What's up? We are Water Seed coming live at you for this episode 32?
32.
Yes.
32,
Man.
episode 32.
32.
We are Water Seed, the band Water Seed. You can find us at waterseedmusic.com. But most importantly, our weekly vlog is called How Y'all Feeling?
We good, though.
And we good, though.
Yeah.
We good, though. You know what's funny is we came up with that name before COVID happened, because we did like 2 episodes before COVID,
Right.
Yep.
and we just thought the name would be like cool for like all the craziness going on. We good though, so
we good.
it motivated
real.
something.
That's real.
Nights like this motivated that,
You gotta stop.
but it's all
It's
good.
too early, Lou.
You gotta stop, bro.
Too early.
So all I'm saying is we good though with the band Water Seed. Welcome podcasters. Hey, podcasters have been blowing up, man. I'm like looking at the stats. I'm just like, man, the podcast is literally like it was like coo coo.
They
coo,
like us.
coo coo, and
They
then it went
do.
fear. It's like
Finally.
been up there. So
They
Thank you.
really like us.
well, thank you to all the podcasters and podcast world. We'll keep growing that. Thank y'all for listening. Also, look, we're happy to be here. It's the day after election, and just for full transparency, we usually record this on a few days before the actual day we release it. So yeah, the election, we won the election. So there you go. You got to name it and claim it. We won the election, and we know the other side going to contest some stuff, but we ain't worried about that. So 2 weeks ago, we released a song called 45.
45.
And it's been going crazy.
They like that.
So yeah, so with that being said, y'all feeling pretty good? You had a good week? We had a hurricane in New Orleans and it messed everybody up.
Yeah, it was a little trippy.
That was crazy.
Always something, huh?
Yeah, we didn't have power, electricity, and all of that stuff. Big shout out to Lindsay, who's I guess it's kind of like a vacation this week or something. She's in Pittsburgh doing some stuff. So big shout out to her wherever she's at,
Lindsay.
doing her things. We're going to keep it moving, keep it moving. Had a hurricane, so dealt with that. Then we also give it up for Sinise Love, y'all.
What?
I didn't introduce y'all.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hey.
Give it up for
What's up,
Sinise
Hey,
Love.
everybody.
Yay.
Yeah, give it up for a gentleman sharp. What's that?
Whoa, what's that?
And I'm Lou Hill, because that's what we do. We Lou
Bruh,
Hill. Big shout out to
bruh,
Lindsay, who's not
bruh.
here.
Bruh,
Your neighbor, Lou.
I literally told you before we started recording that
Oh, man.
Lindsay not here, so just introduce me. Just do it.
Wear your mask. What'd you do last night? You went to some little tryst or something, didn't you? You
Hey, y'all, how y'all doing out there? It's the great Raheem Glaspie, the one, the only.
So I got to give him his props. Raheem Glaspie actually won Best Supporting Actor for the Big Easy Award for his role as Jimmy in Dreamgirls. Can't you just see he's like born to be Jimmy?
Jimmy got soul. Jimmy got soul.
Hey.
Go,
Jimmy,
Jimmy,
go.
Jimmy got soul.
Also, I was also in the play that won Best Play of the Year.
And which was
What was
In
that?
the Red and Brown Water.
very nice.
Oh, congratulations.
Very,
Technically, it's like
Yay.
2 awards.
very nice, sir.
So do they send the awards to you, or what is that?
Well,
look
you
like?
know, with everything that happened, I was really looking forward to accepting this award in front of the theater companies. That
Yeah.
I know.
anyway, I won't get into that. But yeah, I was looking forward to accepting that award in front of the theater companies. But we are just sending out an acceptance speech. They're going to put it online.
Oh,
and
okay.
I think they are mailing us our awards to
okay.
our.
They're gonna ship you your awards.
Man.
That's
Yeah.
what's
Wow.
up.
The
Yeah.
Big Easy Awards always has good food.
Great food.
They do.
I haven't won one, but when I go and they do the little
Partake.
intermission, I go get
You
some
know,
food.
The
full
drinks, too.
full
Not-
transparency.
The drinks.
Full transparency. When we've been nominated, I always go there handling business. I don't do the food. I don't do the drinks. I go there.
I do.
If we don't win, I'm usually like deuces. I'm out. And it's not hate. It's just like I feel like okay, we didn't win. I got work to do. Let's keep going. And it's like I just walk out the door. And y'all usually stick around. I typically do not. I'm like,
We're gonna make Lou a plate next time.
I'm not.
But we're gonna be winning. We're gonna be winning.
But
So-
I never. And the funny thing is, like every year we go, it's like y'all like, excuse me, Lou, can I get out? Can I get out? Y'all all go get food, and I'm like sitting there just chilling, talking to somebody, and then y'all come back with the food. I just never do it. I don't know why. It feels like in my mind I'm only there for a temporary moment. That's what it feels like. So I don't get comfortable.
Well, I'm hungry. So
Funny enough, last year was my first time going to the Big Easies.
Really, you would just pass on it?
Yeah, most times I would be like, I don't really.
It's very theater based. It's
and
it's not a music kind of award.
What's
It's
so
very
crazy?
theater.
What's so crazy is, like my whole background is theater, right? So of course you would think that's your first time going. Yeah, it was my first time going because I was nominated.
Well, congratulations.
and you were nominated a few times.
No, it was just my first time being nominated was last year for The Wiz, and then this year for Dreamgirls. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to get this show rolling. Y'all give big ups to Dude if y'all see him on social media saying congrats on the thing. So who we going to get it going with? Senise's crazy question.
All right.
Senise's crazy question.
Okay. Y'all ready?
Yes.
What you got?
Okay.
What you got for us this
I
week?
stay ready.
All right. Here we go. If you could choose what the next crazy fake health trend was, what health trend would you create?
Oh,
What crazy health trend? could I create?
crazy health trend.
Huh.
Oh.
I don't. That's a. And so it's for overall body health or a particular body part health. What would it
Just
be?
overall. Crazy.
Because
what is it?
COVID literally made people wash their hands. All you gross people who don't wash your hands. So
It would be like a washing your hand workout. What would it be?
I don't know.
Crazy health trend.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I have an answer for this because this has kind of come up in the car. This
What
is
is
kind
yours?
of come up. I would come up, and Jay, maybe you remember when we were on tour. I would come up with the IV diet. You remember I brought this up in the car?
IV
The
diet.
IV diet. This means that basically you go to the hospital, right, and you spend like 6 months not eating just on an IV, trying to lose
but
weight.
they do that.
Bam! That's the
That's-
IV health trend.
Yeah.
That's
They're
what I would
saying
do.
that they already do that.
Well,
But
yeah,
it's not a
Trend.
trend.
No,
That's
there would be
true.
infomercials for this. Like
you could do it at your house.
6 months, you want to lose 300 pounds? Come over to the hospital. Blah 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 blah. And they would put you on the IV because people on the IV they don't need to eat. They're getting the nutrition, and you just stay in the
Yeah.
hospital. That's what we do. That'd be my trend.
I
We talked about this
would
on
not
tour.
Want to do that?
I'm just saying, it's a trend. No,
I would not want to.
there it is. You know
So
how many
you
people would sign up for that?
Even try his trend.
People are getting booties put in, sir. People are getting booties put in their bodies. I'm just saying, I could sell this
I'm not
sell it to the
one of those
cosmetologist.
people that-
Get
You
hooked up on
don't-
the
do you put
IV,
booties in your. You don't have a fake booty, do you?
and it'd be like a sauna. He probably does have a fake
Cat's
booty.
out of the bag now.
He don't have a
Let me
fake
see
booty.
your backside.
He wasn't ready for the
Couldn't
world to
even
know.
answer you. I couldn't even answer
That's
you
how he
just
got that
now.
big easy.
right. Raheem walking around with padded drawers. That's what it is. Walking around with the padded drawers. He probably got
First
the
of
front
all-
and the back padded.
First of all,
He got the padded undies.
maybe the front.
That's the new health.
maybe the front.
He got the padded.
I can't.
That's Raheem's health trend.
Yes, that's my health trend right there. I don't know, honestly, because Lou, that's crazy. The IV thing.
we spoke about this on tour,
That
and
is
it's like, yeah, the
crazy.
IV diet. That's it, and it's like, come get it. You need to lose 20. Come spend you need to lose 20 pounds. Spend 4 days at my IV spot.
I don't know.
That's
What
it.
All right, I got my crazy health trend.
Okay,
All right,
All
Jay,
right.
let's
So,
hear it.
they talk about how healthy it is to smile.
Yeah.
My crazy health trend is that you have to smile at all times.
Now that's insane.
Your teeth have to show.
Now that's damn
No.
insane.
you cannot cover your teeth with your lips. You just have to
That's
smile.
insanity, sir.
That's
insanity.
It'll keep you young. It'll make you look younger.
Do you know how many angry people there would be in the world if they were forced to smile the whole time?
It will release all of the feel
Exactly.
good chemicals from the brain.
That's true.
Yeah.
No,
might
sir.
change.
People
Your
would
skin would
people
get all
be
tight.
there would be so much repressed rage.
So much.
People would be so
A lot
angry.
of jokers out here.
There would be
Yeah.
repressed rage, would be bad. But if that's Jay's health,
So I'm
I mean,
gonna
that's-
follow Jay since he did smiling. I'm gonna go with something like reinforced nap time.
Reinforced nap time. Tiffany says she's with that.
But what's the time frame? Is it an hour or what's?
I feel like a good time to nap is between 1 and 2 o'clock.
1 and 2 is the best.
that's
Right
what
after
you
lunch.
do.
Right
Yeah.
after lunch.
Yeah.
You have to take a nap.
So,
The
Sinise,
whole world.
what are you doing?
So I would have these lickable bracelets.
What the hell?
Lickable bracelet. Okay.
Okay.
That's
Go
not
on.
healthy at all. Do we just where we start?
Tell us more.
That's not healthy.
No.
No. Lickable
So-
bracelets.
So what it would be is, you know how you have the fruit roll-ups?
Oh,
So you would just pull one out.
yeah.
You take it out.
For the people on the podcast world, you should have seen what you just did.
She like licked the air. She like she licked
Like
it.
she was licking the
And, you
envelope.
get, and all the nutrients is in the.
She had a migrating tongue. So, go ahead. Episode 31, migrating tongue.
I'm trying to listen to how you use the lickable
Okay, go ahead.
bracelet.
So with this bracelet, it packs all nutrients. You
Right.
get fed through this bracelet. You pull the strip out, right?
Right.
Cut it off. You lick it and you throw it out, and you're good.
And that would be it. You know, they already have some stuff like that, like where it's like
Really?
you put the pads on your wrists and or you anywhere on your body, and it's supposed to have like a lot of nutrients, but you have to drink a lot of fluids, and it's supposed to like give you like nutrients and stuff. It is look, people have tried to sell this to me. You know, I had a coworker who she would always be like, "Hey, you know, look, and then you can start selling them and stuff like that." But it's like little, you know,
A healthy pack.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
energy.
Okay.
No, it's
Pull 'em
but
out.
it's the technology of a nicotine pack, and it would put like certain vitamins into your body through your skin.
You know how many people I know who use nicotine packs that still smoke.
There it is. Well, look, I'm surprised. I'm surprised nobody said they would do the sex thing, because it's like when you think about it, you know, they say sex burns so many calories, releases endorphins and stuff, and nobody said like, you know,
That's
Well, I was
already a
thinking.
trend,
I
so.
mean, if her bracelet has an adjustable size, you know, I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah.
Because people not going to use that, right? They're not going to put it on their wrist.
I'm
They
not
gonna-
looking at it.
They're going to put it around
No,
something
but
else.
It's protected,
Yeah.
so you're just pulling the strip
I'm
out.
good.
That
I'm
sounds-
good. It's
no.
just like what you doing? Hey,
Stop doing
hold
the
up. Let me eat my lunch. All right. What you want to say?
Cool. You know, it's fashionable. You can.
Does
you can
everyone have to-
all these?
Well, look.
Question for you,
style
Didi.
bracelets.
Does everyone have to lick it like that?
You have to
Take
lick
a
it like
selfie.
yeah.
Very good.
And is it flavored?
Yeah.
It's like cherry flavor or watermelon.
It's all these. You wanna attract people.
And what if you lick like for a day? Does it like, do you gain weight? Like, how does that work? Do you like get overkill?
Explode?
No, I think it goes according to your body.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, look, I said
They
that
don't know
everything-
for sure at all.
I said an
yeah,
IV
so
diet,
it
so
would
I'm not mad at that.
probably lock at a certain point, and you can't get any more.
Oh, so you
That's
just
what
can't
it
get
is.
no
Lock
more
on your
nutrition.
wrist?
It's a timed lickable bracelet.
Yeah,
There it
so
is. It's
because
like,
it would
go,
make
go,
sure
go,
it
time
would
to lick.
measure how much of the nutrients
Tank,
are
here
in
we
your
go.
Time to
Body.
lick. It's time to lick.
Maybe I should be quiet.
Yeah, I'm with it. I'm like, she's pulling me in.
I
you know?
mean, I'm trying to sell
Raheem,
y'all.
imagine,
look, 'cause
imagine the alarm though, Lindsay.
I'm wearing a
Not
Fitbit.
Lindsay, Raheem. Imagine the alarm is like, lick. Is it lick time? Time to lick.
Look.
Time to lick.
It's real though.
I'm
I
telling
mean,
you.
because when you look
Okay,
at
sorry.
the Fitbits,
I got a
mean,
tracker on right now, and if this thing told me
You're
when to
lowering
lick
your-
it,
Okay, we gotta move on. I like you know, I can't do the licking thing. It's just weird. Do you go in the bathroom and lick it?
No,
Tiffany is saying we gotta wrap up. And if you lick it in a bathroom, is does germs get on it? Like if you lick it in the subway or something?
hey,
I'm just
certain
asking.
things- I mean, it's just
Time
you
to
know,
lick.
I mean, they say when you wash your hands, you're supposed to go all the way up to the elbow. Not that anybody does.
Y'all get
It's time to lick.
time to lick.
It's the Lick It app.
Lick it. That's the name of it. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's so great.
So look.
Thank you.
So look, we're gonna move on today. We're gonna move on, and look, this has been getting all the attentions over the past time. We're gonna do celebrity news. Lindsay's not here, so we're gonna cover it for her, and we're gonna do. I guess we play the theme music, Tiffany. I guess there you go.
Lindsay Celebrity News.
It's time for some tea.
So look, election's over, and I gotta keep kicking this can. You know, we had, 2 people, 3 people, whatever, supporting Donald Trump. We had 50 Cent, Lil Wayne. Wasn't surprised with either one of these dudes, actually, because I'm kind of like the way they kind of live their lives, I don't know, personally, but publicly is kind of selfish. You know, it's kind of like, I'm this, I'm that, F this, F that. They're not very connected with the community, in my opinion. You know, and I'm not talking about like a super deep black conscious community. I just mean the basic African American, and probably beyond that, the lessers of the world community. For some reason, like they don't know where they came from. But anyway, I was listening to this thing, Mario Van Peebles, and he actually, I was just listening this morning, and he directed 50 and 50 in a production, and he has some good points, and I'm going to try to play it so that everybody can hear it. But here we go. Check it out. This is Mario Van Peebles on 50. All right, maybe it's not Mario Van Peebles on 50. I don't know. This is what Mario Van Peebles basically said. He was going in about how if you become aligned with the people who basically have oppressed you, what does that make you? So if you pick up the same values and insight and stand on the same platform and align yourself with them, what does that actually make you? So I'm trying to figure out like what's going on, because this is a serious kind of vibe for me. This is something where and he said it so eloquently, and I wish we could get the drop for it, but he said it in such an amazing way that it really set a tone for like a bigger conversation. So what do y'all think? This is 50 saying, it's my tax dollars. This is Wayne saying whatever Wayne say, who cares? But this is basically, them saying that they're going to support this dude. Where y'all at on this? I mean, the election's over. We know who won, but still.
It's a good question. What does that make you? Because, it's like, if the only person you ever seen up on a horse is Massa, and then you see somebody that look like you up on a horse telling you the same thing Massa told you, there's a word for that.
Lots of words, honestly.
Lots of words. There's a name for that.
Yeah, and is what would you call it, though, Jay? I know you're trying to be all cool about it, but you could just say it. Just say it.
I mean, uncle.
I got more than one. He said, like you said, it's a lot of things.
Tom.
Yeah, but but you know what? There's worse names than Uncle Tom, and I'm trying to come up with just the right one.
You basically a house ninja. You trying to say that?
Yeah,
but that's not even in the house yet. Like you still in the field with me, acting like you better.
but you're on my side.
But you on my side of the fence. So, but do y'all think that this was, because this is what's been like, this is what I think is happening. I think that they're just trying to like, and see, this is so weird about it. Is cloaked in they ain't done nothing for the black community, so why should I go with them? But the thing is like, but you're going to go to the other side that may not have, like one side hasn't really done all that needs to be done for the black community, but you go with the side that's aggressively attacking the black community. That's like, what we talking about, dog? And then you say, well, my tax dollars. So I don't know, Sinise, where you at? Where you think this thing's going to turn out?
Unfortunately, it's when green is in play, people become very blind and destructive. They don't care about anything but the almighty dollar. Oof. And I mean, at all costs, that's what is happening. And they could have the ability to be of influence in the right way, but they're not because of the money. When they say the tax dollars, that's very destructive.
they're not even really in the club if they don't know how to create the shelter for themselves. I mean, if you would give back to the community, you could insulate yourself in certain ways where you wouldn't have to be so afraid of how you're going to be taxed. So if somebody looks like me and they're not helping their own, and then they're concerned about tax dollars, well, one hand washes the other. So if you would be active in your own community, you wouldn't have to be as worried about what happens on your taxes.
Because you can literally save more on your taxes. It's a way Donald Trump only paid $750. It's a way he did it. It's like you ain't learned from that. Bill Gates and Warren Buffett have already pulled Jay-Z and Diddy and saying, look, we're going to show you how to give most of your money away and save money. Like by giving it away, you're actually going to not be taxed in this way. So there's ways to do it. The government sets it up that way. They prefer actually that it does. Like social impact comes from private investors instead of tax dollars. Oh, if you're going to pay for that, cool. We just won't tax you for it. So it's the dumbest thing in the world. Raheem, what you got?
Oh.
You buying 50 stuff? You buying 50 album? You watching Power? What you doing, man?
Man, it's so interesting every single time we have one of these instances where our uncles show themselves.
That's your people, ain't
they ain't my people. They of my people, but they ain't my people.
I heard that. Yeah.
So it's really just disappointing at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like it there's no other word for it. It's really disappointing because it's like, come on, y'all know what's happening. It would be different if y'all didn't, but y'all know what's happening.
But y'all think they're getting payouts?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, they're not just saying what they think.
Absolutely.
They're not speaking their mind.
Absolutely.
They didn't come up with this on their own.
No, this is not their thoughts. This is their paid for thoughts.
It's a public statement.
A public statement.
Yes, it's real. Yeah, I think so too. I think it's a tragedy. But I think, hey, if that's their price to say that and to be that, I'm just not disappointing. To me, it's just like we got to stop following dummies. That's what I feel. It's like we putting these people on a pedestal and they're not qualified in that area, and they're entitled to their opinions. Don't get me wrong. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but why do we let their opinions weigh so heavy on our lives?
That's because a lot of the times the black community, and I'm just gonna say it, they see our leaders as the rappers.
Yeah, entertainers
are our leaders.
Positions as the spokesperson.
And no, that's not the case. We have actual activists and leaders out there who we listen to that are not these people.
Well, that's the ignorance of Trump. Like, if I get Kanye happy, the black people are going to follow me. If I get this person happy, Lil Wayne, they're going to follow me. So it's a strategy he's using. We all know, it was said a little while ago that he's coming for black males this poll. That's why he did the prison reform thing that was BS, because when you do the numbers, Biden and Obama actually released more people from jail than he has. He's been his publicist has been better. It's a lot of stuff, but he knows he cannot get the black female at all. So he's trying to get the black male. And so that's why you see these figures coming out. The one that was disappointing to me was Cube. I thought Ice Cube was just like, dude, Cube, how you going to go there? But it's all good. NWA, baby. Speaking, but I want to go into I want to bridge into something else that also deals with this celebrity joint. Anybody follow Boyce Watkins?
No, I don't.
This is about to be great.
Oh, you love Sanjay. You love Boyce Watkins, don't you?
I mean, he's Boyce Watkins. Is that a good filibuster?
You guys, anybody familiar? Tiffany, are you familiar with Boyce Watkins? Turn on your mic, Tiffany. What you think about Boyce Watkins? Is he a doctor? Jay, you always know people credentials.
This could have been a whole episode.
Right. What you know about Boyce Watkins, Tiff?
I plead the fifth.
Oh my goodness.
Plead the fifth.
What you know about the Boyce Watkins?
I don't.
Raheem, you don't know Boyce Watkins. So Boyce Watkins,
I'm glad I don't.
Boyce Watkins is, Jay, and you can help me out because I don't know all his credentials. Maybe you do. Usually you the dude that's like, let me read everything I can about this dude's credentials. Boyce Watkins is supposedly I don't know. I want to say self-proclaimed because a lot of people follow him, but voice for the African-American community. A lot of people follow Boyce Watkins in everything he says. The problem with Boyce Watkins, and Boyce, if you're listening, yes, I don't mind saying this about you. I'm going to be real about it. The Boyce Watkins is that what he's saying is near truths. They're near truths, and then they wrap them into blackness and spirituality, which supposedly validates their positions. So let me read you something Boyce Watkins posted today.
Wow.
Oh my.
And I was just like, you know what, y'all not seeing the big picture. And I get we black people, we got to protect, and be better for ourselves. But also, if you coming from a higher power, there's something called love. There's something called, understanding and peace and loving neighbors and stuff like that. Okay, so Boyce Watkins. I don't relate to the Democrat Party because, and I'm not mad at your political affiliation. I have no problems. You choose what you want to choose and how you want to go, but you don't have to beat down other people. But these are the reasons why. You're going to love this, Raheem. Anybody jump in? Tiffany, you jump in too. I'm not into LGBT issues. Love who you want, but that's your business. Okay. I'm cool with that. Second point, abortion makes me uncomfortable because it feels like we just kill a baby and they seem to want to kill black babies the most.
Oh my God.
Okay, well, that's that. I'm still kind of whatever. I don't GAF, if you don't know what that means, look it up. About building a wall in Mexico. Okay, so I'm not Mexican. I don't think that closed borders makes you racist since countries do it all around the world. So he's kind of with the wall, but not against the wall. It's not an issue for him. I see the Me Too movement as a threat to the safety of black men.
Oh.
Boo.
Okay, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to be fair. I'm going to read all of it.
Sheesh.
The safety of black men who can be accused of anything by anyone and end up being raped in prison for the next 20 years because somebody decided to lie. Okay. I'm going to skip down to another one that is also definitely controversial. Everybody's getting a feel for I don't know if is he a doctor, Jay?
He has a PhD.
Oh, wow. And what?
He's a numbers guy, math, accounting, statistics.
Okay.
He's legit in numbers. When he can talk
account.
Yeah, he can talk numbers.
He has a YouTube channel called the Black Finance Channel.
Yeah, and he, when it comes to that kind of thing, he's on point. But he don't stay on numbers.
So he's an authority in that space.
He is a voice in that space.
Okay.
But he don't stay in that
Jay,
space.
clear that up quick. I consider the creation of Black Lives Matters to be an LGBT front organization designed to profit from the suffering of black people in order to pursue a broader leftist agenda. It goes on and on. I don't think my Christian mother is homophobic because she follows doctrine of the Bible. So this is the thing about with with Boyce Watkins, okay, is, again, these are, for me, near truths. There's some things I agree with. The issue I have with it, and this is an issue I have across the board with a lot of people that deal with this, you do not have to be anti something to be pro something else.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Period. So you do not have to come for Black Lives Matter.
Nope.
Just because you don't agree with Black Lives Matter. You do not have to come for the LGBTQ community because you don't agree with it. Your stance and your sexuality has nothing to do with anybody else's stance, but why are you attacking someone else's position?
Right.
So my thing is this. My whole thing with this, and this is another celebrity thing for me as well, because I'm going to tie it into our main subject, is that at what point do we stop playing gods to this and really get to a point as look, black people have been conservative for a long time. Look, we've always been conservative actually in our circles, but not in our politics. We've been conservative in our family, in our house. Boy, don't do that, but we've never wanted to be told what to do from a conservative government. That's like putting conservative acts into law to hinder people. We want the freedom. We want to decide what's wrong and right within our own community and family, in theory. So my question is, why are we getting all of these people all of a sudden speaking up? And it's just confusing everybody, I think. And it's causing a massive amount of confusion for me. Y'all feeling that too?
Yeah.
It's the blind leading the blind, and the oppressed saying, trying to out oppress the other oppressed.
The other one.
I'm more oppressed than you are, so let me say why I'm oppressed. That's what the whole show is for.
It's all about just everybody wants to have the biggest thing. Tiffany, you still pleading the fifth on this?
Let me disagree with you just because.
Let me make sure
Like,
you know
I just-
that I don't think the way you do.
Right.
And that's not normal.
But let me try to get people to follow me. You know.
But it's also the assumption that other people don't feel that way. For
Right.
for example, if you don't identify with the LGBTQ community, that's cool. How does that affect your life? How does Me Too, how does that not? Because, okay, you know, these are women saying, look, we're tired of it. We're tired of the abuse. We need this toxic masculinity gone. That's what we need to have that destroyed. If you ain't out raping people, then how are you? Why would you be? Oh, well, anybody can just say they were raped and then you go to jail. I don't know any part of Me Too that has ever done that.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
So it's I don't know. It's crazy. I feel like we're in a land of confusion for real.
Absolutely.
Phil Collins was happening. Phil Collins, Genesis. I feel like we're in a land of confusion for real, and it's because of near information, but mostly misinformation is doing more harm than the lack of information. So, Tiffany, you said you still pleading the fifth?
Social dilemma. Watch
What's
it.
with the Me Too movement? What was his position on that?
He feels that it puts black males at jeopardy to be victims of any accusations from a woman.
Oh, so Tuesday. I mean, Emmett Till was accused of something he did not do, and he was brutally lynched for it. And the truth came out many, many, many years later that he did nothing, which we all kind of knew already. So how is the idea of a man being falsely accused new? I don't see any way that the Me Too movement puts any more gas, because there was no hashtag Me Too. Emmett Till didn't do what they said he did. So this is not going to fan any kind of fire specifically because of the Me Too movement. If anything, there's more of an alignment with a common enemy from a social standpoint, that people are having to deal with aggressions and microaggressions and passive aggressions just because they left the house or turned on the TV to feed their families and provide for themselves. They're having to be in an environment that doesn't want them, that feels entitled to them, and that tries to dissolve their agency and their rights. So really, black men need to get on with Me Too, because Me Too doesn't say anything about gender. So Me Too cannot be against men when Me Too applies to anybody who can say Me Too. So if black men say they're going through something, then what you need to say is Me Too.
Yeah.
Let me break it down. This is what I think is happening. I think, and I see this a lot. This is what's happening, and let me be specific. In the black male community, with brothers who have a problem with the Me Too movement, is black men being upset that there's a paradigm shift that no longer allows them to control black women.
Yep.
Come on now.
And that's what I feel is happening. So you have these situations where people are like, Me Too, Me Too, Me Too, Me Too. Oh, we're going to give black women power. But here's the trick. And see, black men is the craziest thing in the world. Black women have always been in a power seat in most of the black community. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? They have been.
Yep.
And that's how it's been. So it's like, what are you trying to say right now? You know, most people are raised by black mothers, black grandmothers. The black, this is the first generation in a while where black males are actually more involved in their kids' lives than probably any other race. Okay, you know, so right now it's like you were raised in this situation, but all of a sudden there's this inferior feeling of this black women gonna tell me what to do and how to do it. It's like, bruh, chill out.
Relax.
Yeah, I just sometimes think that maybe because of that, he doesn't respect the black woman. I mean, by saying something like that, he has issues with black women in a general sense. Period.
I don't know. I don't know.
mean,
I don't
even
know
when he
enough
talks
about.
about-
I don't know much with Mr. Boyce Watkins.
It's just funny you would say that, because there are people who are listening who have, and I don't think they're going to find what you're saying to be strange.
Yep.
Well, I think that there's a new generation of leaders, and let me be real, they're coming from black females, and that have had a great voice. And I don't agree with everything they say, but at least they appear to be linear thinkers, and they're coming from an open mindset, where it's like, let me listen to all sides and then make a decision, opposed to the decisions that I'm coming from this area and you this and that, and if you're not this, you're not a good woman, and then you're defining stuff. So
we need to be quiet.
it's very interesting.
We need to shut up.
Boyce Watkins, all of these folks, all the rest of this stuff. Okay, so, it's crazy. The election's over, and I think it's just time we got clean house, y'all. We got to really get the house kind of straightened up with some other things that's going on. So that went really long, longer than I thought it would be. But, yeah, maybe we
be said.
It was necessary.
It was necessary. It was very necessary. I really wanted to talk about Mike Tyson and Boosie.
Of course.
Y'all saw that?
Yes.
Did you see?
No,
I saw a little bit about that.
Maybe we'll talk about it just for a second. I mean, Mike Tyson and Boosie, it was, wow. Mike Tyson is like the ghost whisperer or something. I don't know. And let me just play this part. And I'm not going to play the clip. I had like a clip lined up, but I don't know if that's going to work properly. So we're just going to keep it going. But I'm going to kind of paraphrase what Mike said. Mike was like, he's like, so tell me about you, Boosie. Tell me about you. What's da-da-da-da-da? He's like, well, I'm from the street. It's like, well, let me tell you something. We all from the street. And see, when he said that, it totally, any excuse that Boosie was normally accustomed to using has now been thrown out of the window. And Mike kept going at him like, but who are you?
Yeah.
What makes you? What makes you this? What is this? And Mike broke it down. He was like, dude, it's like, he's like, I understand who he was talking about himself. He's like, I understand who I am. He's like, I get who I am, but there's things about myself I don't like. And he was honest about it. Like, there's things I don't like about myself and tendencies I have. But Mike said some stuff like, I'm a predator. And that's who my nature is. I am a predator. And he was straight up like, I will.
He was owning that.
No, he had to own it.
Yeah.
He had to own it. And because, he was like, I'm a predator. And it's like, and I don't like that about myself. But that's who I am. It was, y'all heard the conversation? What y'all think?
I heard of the conversation, so I can't quote any of it. But I was curious about who Mike would be in front of the microphone now that he's training again. Because when he was asked years ago if he would ever get back into the ring, he said, no, I don't think I'll ever throw another punch in my life. And I said, well, why not? He said, as soon as I throw a punch, I have to be Mike Tyson again. Because he was on this like self-actualization journey to understand himself. He said that years ago. And now he's saying things that are the more realized Mike Tyson. And I'm here for it. I'm super interested in what he's saying out of his self-awareness. Because, I mean, I grew up during a time, before your time, Raheem, during a time where, like, when you say Mike Tyson, I'm thinking of the Mike that I remember, HBO and whatnot, and the things that he would say. And he's unpacking that young man that didn't get to be the age he was supposed to be because he was a machine and a product.
Well, you got to watch it. Mike straight up said, look, I sold fear.
Yeah.
He was like, the way I run, it's like, I sold free. I remember in the 90s, he was hanging out with Birdman and all them in New Orleans. Mike was kicking it. They were shooting a video on, which used to be Super Hood on St. Rock. At night, Mike was walking around with like 5 stacks in his pocket, like $5K in his pocket, laughing, joking, and it went like this. And this is Mike telling the story. He was like, Birdman was like, man, you ain't scared walking around with that kind of money? Mike Tyson's response, this is the 90s New Orleans, which was like murder capital of the world. Mike said, who gonna take it from me? That was all he said. He didn't say nothing about no guns, no security. He's like, who gonna take it from me?
Wow.
So it was like Mike Tyson was like that. So I think Mike leans into that. Like, I'm like, Boosie trying to come out hard and stuff. He listened to Mike. It's called Hot Boxing. If y'all don't know, Mike Tyson's podcast is called Hot Box. So check Hot Box. Check it out. It's crazy. Mike is like a therapist.
Yeah,
because
he's deep.
No, Mike is like a therapist. Like he is like anything Boosie tried to say, he's like, all right, yeah, you me, bro. We the same people.
Yeah.
Because Boosie was asking like, well, Mike, don't you feel like, if you a king, and you got a woman, but you got lust, shouldn't your queen accept, you having another woman. We can go get her. He used some, other words on it. We can go get her and we can do her together, whatever. And Mike's like, yeah, man, I like you. I like you, man. You think like me. But let me ask you this question. Do you respect yourself? And I was just like, Mike is like throwing like soft punches all over the place. He straight up said, look, it's cool and everything, but what do you respect? How do you, because he's basically saying, look, if this your woman, why does she have to be obligated to go get you somebody else? You should have enough self-respect for yourself. If that's not something she's into, you should not be forcing her into that. Because he asked her, what do you do in these times? He's like, when you women get mad, what you do? And Boosie was like, well, I back off for a little bit, and I chill out, and then I go back at it when she's cool again. So that's what Boosie was saying. But it's just kind of like he was very much so in a position where he felt, Mike, you just got to watch the interview. It's
Lil Boosie? Is that
Lil Boosie from Red Stick, from Baton Rouge.
And how old is Lil Boosie?
37. He said he's 37.
Dang. He hitting 40. I mean, it sounds like, Mike talking to like a 21-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe 25. But Cat is knocking on 40. And,
But the big issue was that, Boosie came at Wade's son. Y'all remember this, right?
Yeah.
Wade's son or Wade's daughter, however, I don't know what the pronoun is used now. And Mike was coming at him about that. Like, what the F gives you the right to say anything about anybody's child, no matter how you feel. And that's like really the whole thing.
And that is the truth of it. No matter how you feel, that's somebody else's kid. Why? What does it matter to you? What does it matter to you?
Yeah, he just said, and Mike said, look, I agree with what you're saying. Mike was like, who the F am I, though, to say anything about that? That's not my business.
Keep it to yourself.
Right.
And that's pretty much it. So hot boxing, y'all.
Mike got something figured out.
He does,
Look
man.
at him.
So I'm enjoying Mike.
It happens over time.
I mean, he's got his hand in the pot with business wise. Doesn't he have like a cartoon?
Mike is okay. Mike got like 80
Cartoon
acres in
amazing.
California. He's got he's got like he's like, I think they said he's like one of the top sellers in Cali for marijuana, So his ranch is massive. Mike's money is okay. He handled his business. So wow, this was a kind of serious podcast here. I don't know what's going on. It's like the election thing.
We got some
Shout
jokes
out,
in there.
Mike.
We got a few jokes.
Cracked
We got a
few
few
jokes.
jokes in there.
It was necessary, Lou.
You think it was
talk about what we
necessary?
had
Oh, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
I got to lick my bracelet.
Got to get your bracelet lick in there.
I give you an A, Jay.
Hey.
Yeah, of course she gives you an A because it's her thing with that. We licking
Mike,
stuff.
if you out there
Ding ding,
listening,
it's time for a lick.
yeah, the lickable bracelet, Mike.
You get that patent. Shark Tank, watch out. So the last segment, I guess Lou Hill doesn't destroy anything today because I wasted time, but I do want to get this little crazy segment in. And let me do the disclaimer. Water Seed Music Group does not support any. These are all ideas of Raheem Glass because I never know what he's going to say. And I don't want y'all going out there making sure you got to pee after you do stuff in our set. Okay, so.
Oh, my gosh. I can't.
This segment is called
Just a tip.
Raheem Glaspie.
Just a tip.
Let me brace
This is his
myself.
tip of the day. Go ahead.
Always gonna be a one-liner, I promise. Today's tip is always finish what you start.
Oh, that wasn't insightful at all. What are you talking about? Okay, always finish what you started. You could. I was expecting something better. You got to do better next time.
No, that
Well,
was
let
really
him
nice.
have
First
that.
of all,
Give him
That
his
was
moment.
good.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Give him his
Am I being too
moment.
judgmental?
Follow
Am
through.
I being mean?
follow through.
Follow through.
Am I being mean?
Imagine where we
Always.
would be if everyone were to just follow through on the things that they start
Thank you, D.
or commit themselves to.
That's why you're my best friend. Get you
Even
some
here in the
peace.
city of New Orleans, we've been advocates for mental health. So it's been important that you don't know how the COVIDs is affecting you and money and finances. And look, I think the whole population, everybody is under a massive amount of pressure just from like this election is weighing heavy on everybody, or has weighed heavy on everybody. So to the whole world, peace. I hope that this transition of power sits and goes well. So
Yes, we want you to have peace or get you a piece.
or if that gives you peace, then go ahead. Sometimes getting you a piece could not give you peace, sir.
It depends on what type of peace you
What
get.
this is y'all talking about?
The peace,
I want a piece.
you won't be at
candy.
peace at all. You be in some other
It
issues.
depends on what type of peace you're talking about.
So, but look,
Piece of pizza.
make sure you go to Spotify, go everywhere that downloadable and streamable music is available. We're holding true to our first and third Wednesdays, Water Seed Wednesday. We got a lot of music to give you. We're going to keep it going. We're happy about it. Visit us at waterseedmusic.com. If you have anything that you would like us to talk about or anything like that, DM us.
Yes,
You can
send
find us at
Slide in DM.
You can find us on Facebook at Water Seed. Water Seed. We are the band Water Seed. Tiffany, chime on in. You want to say something, Tiffany? Tiffany? Tiffany got nothing to say, Tiffany? Anyway, she's okay. Oh, she's working. She's working a worker. There it is.
That's what you got, Tiff?
All I have peace.
She's saying peace.
Peace.
Also, you can check out our other music, 45, You're Wrong, Gotta Love You Mo, It Ain't My Fault. All of that stuff is available as well. We're going to keep it moving. Big shout out. Thank you to Raj Smooth and Gentilly Agency. Raj got the best DJ in the Big Easy, so congrats to him.
Oh, yeah.
Raheem, congratulations again on your Lil award. Nah, congratulations. we like it. Oh, your Lil award or whatever it is.
I'm as important.
I is special. I is smart. I am beautiful.
I is somebody.
I
out
is
here.
somebody. Look at y'all taking us back to the 1800s. Anyway, we are Water Seed, the band. You can visit us at waterseedmusic.com. And just like that, how y'all feeling?
We good, though.
Cue that funky music right. Yeah. Oh, there. Okay.